Images be of the same person. Authorities are trying to figure out if a serial killer in California is connected to murders of 2 people here in Chicago.
A teacher in Northwest Indiana was taken into police custody. She's accused of making a kill list of staff and students.
And Donald Trump is expected to respond any time now to a subpoena from the House committee investigating the January 6th Capitol attack. A lot happening as we welcome you on this busy Friday morning.
Live from Chicago's #1 news, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts streaming now.
Let's get it. Friday is here. I'm Terrell Brown.
And I'm Val Warner. Good to be with you this morning. Taking a live look outside. We're going to get to Tracy in that accurate weather forecast. Tracy, I've been listening to you all morning. Can I just ask one question? How many layers am I going to need for Friday night football? And all the parents are going to be out there tonight.
Okay, here's the other thing. You may want a rain poncho. We are going to get some rain showers in here. For me, I'd be in at least 3 layers. Of course, your school logoed blanket might be a good idea. I think temperatures for Friday night high school football are going to be back into the mid-40s. And we are going to get some showers around parts of the area this evening. Not a lot of rain, however. Right now we have clouds, and those clouds have done us a little bit of a favor in holding some of our temperatures up. I know you're thinking, what, 39 degrees is up? Well, compared to what it was looking like it could be, 39 right now at O'Hare. 41 degrees at Midway. Of course, we don't like when the travel times are up. Roz?
And they are, and I don't like it either, but don't shoot the messenger. We've got a lot going on the expressways right now. We're looking at 40 to 50-minute travel times heading into the city. We've got these long delays on I-80 in Joliet, heading westbound, where once again this weekend, they've got it down to 1 lane by the Des Plaines River Bridge. And we've got a couple of tollway situations. This crash is southbound between Willow and Gulf. At least 1 lane is still closed there. The delay starts up at the Eden Spur. And then take a look at our tollway camera on 355, the Veterans Memorial Tollway. This is northbound near 143rd, definitely making progress. They've cleared the semi that was involved in that crash, but we still have a couple of the tollway maintenance vehicles blocking the left lane. Looks like maybe they're getting all lanes open pretty soon. The delay still starts at 159th. Val and Terrell.
Ross, thank you. 2 past the hour, and this is new. Could a serial killer in Stockton, California be connected to 2 murders here in Chicago? That's what investigators are trying to figure out.
Yeah, these side-by-side photos right here show the suspect in the murders in Rogers Park back in 2018. The other taken this year in California. Jessica D'Onofrio is live in Rogers Park with details on this story. Jess.
Val and Terrell, he's been dubbed the duck walk killer. That's due to his distinct walk and upright posture. Now police in Stockton, California have reached out to the Chicago Police Department to see if a possible serial killer on the loose there could be the same man seen here in these surveillance videos from 2018 in Rogers Park. The man in these videos is suspected of killing 2 men just days apart. 73-year-old Douglas Watts was walking his dogs in Rogers Park when he was shot by the masked suspect. The same suspect murdered Eliyahu Moskowitz as he walked the path in Loyola Park. In both cases, the killer approached from behind and shot them in the head. Police in Stockton, California say they have been investigating 7 recent shootings there, all but 1 fatal. They say tips came in showing news videos from Chicago of the suspected duck walk killer here. The way both people walked has them looking to see if their cases could be related to the Chicago murders in Rogers Park. Now, we have reached out to the Chicago Police Department, but they have not commented at this point. Val and Terrell, back to you.
All right, Jessica, thank you. Right now, some students in Northwest Indiana are preparing for a day for remote learning.
Yeah, a teacher was taken into custody for allegedly having a kill list that included students. Diane Pathy was live in East Chicago, and we talked to some parents and students out there. Diane.
Val and Terrell, as you mentioned, classes will not be in session. Students will not be inside the school building because of that incident. We're told the teacher accused was immediately removed from class as police investigate. Here's what we know. That teacher here at St. Stanislaus School in East Chicago is accused of having a kill list with the names of students and staff. A student actually discovered that list, which apparently contained disturbing and violent comments, and alerted school officials. After police were called hours later, the teacher was arrested. We talked to one of the students who was on that list.
She said that she wanted to choke us and she wanted to kill herself.
In a letter sent to parents, the school's principal said in part, quote, the teacher was immediately removed from the classroom and detained while they investigated the incident. After students were safely dismissed, the teacher was escorted off campus and we notified the police. We are not reporting the teacher's name until she is formally charged. But again, students will not be inside of school or the classrooms. They will be e-learning today instead. Back to you.
Alrighty, appreciate it, Diane. Thank you so much. This is breaking right now. We've learned the suspect in a deadly mass shooting in Raleigh, North Carolina, is a 15-year-old boy. The shooting left 5 people dead. One of those killed was an off-duty police officer. At least 2 other people, including another police officer, were hurt. Shooting happened last night on a nature trail in East Raleigh. A manhunt immediately followed this. Witnesses recorded video of police with guns drawn outside homes in a residential area. Officers eventually cornered the suspect in a home and took him into custody.
The nightmare of every community has come to Raleigh. This is a senseless, horrific, and infuriating act of violence.
The injured officer was released from the hospital, but the other survivor is in critical condition.
Prosecutors say a murdered landlord was trying to evict her tenant when the situation turned violent. Francis Walker's remains were eventually found in a freezer Monday on Chicago's far north side. Sandro Kalalu appeared in court yesterday accused of killing Walker and dismembering her body. Kalalu was one of several tenants in Walker's home where she rented rooms to women in need. Walker's family is making funeral arrangements and Kalalu is being held without bond. She will be back in court at the end of the month.
This was breaking overnight. A 25-year-old man is in serious condition. He was stabbed in the back and cut in the head. Happened last night at the CTA's Belmont Red Line stop. Chicago police say the victim argued with 2 men while on the train. The 3 got off the train. Then one of the men stabbed the victim and took his wallet. And while we're talking about this, a community group has started safety patrols on the CTA. 40 members of the violence prevention group Ex-Cons for Community and Social Change will be stationed on trains and platforms for the next week. They'll work shifts from 8 at night until 4 in the morning.
Well, any moment now, we're expected to hear from former President Trump. He said he would give a response to the subpoena issued by the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol attack.
Yeah, ABC's Jay O'Brien is live in Washington with where things stand this morning. Good morning, Jay.
Yeah, Val and Terrell, good morning. There are still a lot of unanswered questions about that potential subpoena that came at the end of last night's January 6th committee hearing. Again, we're waiting to see what the former president has to say about that. But committee members last night were clear that they believe the American people deserve to hear from the former president.
This morning, the fallout from the stunning finale of what is expected to be the last January 6th hearing.
We have got to finish the proceedings.
The committee playing never-before-seen footage of lawmakers, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, scrambling to respond as rioters breached the Capitol.
They're putting on their tear gas masks.
The group bipartisan, Republican leaders like Senators Mitch McConnell and John Thune there as well. The video shot by Pelosi's daughter, a filmmaker.
Can you get the Maryland National Guard to come too?
The scenes, part of a larger case the committee made arguing former President Donald Trump was the central player in a plot to overturn the 2020 election, showing evidence that if he lost, Trump planned as early as July to claim the election was stolen, a lie that motivated a mob of Trump supporters to attack the Capitol. The committee also showing the Secret Service had ample warning about threats of violence on January 6th from groups like the Proud Boys, receiving a tip 10 days before. And making the case Trump could have called off the mob at any time, showing how rioters reacted to his eventual message to leave the Capitol hours after it was first breached.
He says go home. He says go home.
The panel concluding by issuing a subpoena for Donald Trump to testify under oath.
We are obligated to seek answers directly from the man who set this all in motion. And every American is entitled to those answers, so we can act now to protect our republic.
And again, former President Trump saying last night that he would respond to the committee at some point this morning. We are waiting on that response. It should come any minute now, or at least that was what was promised last night. And we're also waiting to see if he says anything related to that subpoena. Val and Terrell.
All right, we'll be watching it. Jay, appreciate it. Thank you. 10 past the hour. Some good news. A cat in Evanston is safe this morning. She was up in a tree for about 14 hours.
Yeah, Lily's owner says he saw her in Centennial Park, stuck up the tree. that she climbed around 7 yesterday morning. He couldn't reach her about 30 feet above ground, and the fire department said it was too high to risk. Later in the day, the department let him use their ladder to rescue his pet.
In the morning, they're like, we are not going that high. They're like, oh, we are not going that far. Now they came, I called because I told them this came really close. I can get it now. So here it is.
Lily is about 1.5 years old, and she probably is sleeping in this morning after her ordeal. She probably needed a cigarette and a drink when she came down from that tree.
After all that,
She was
right?
like, oh, what did I do? But she's
Exactly.
just a baby.
Right.
She was playing and got caught,
up in that tree. Yeah. Hopefully she's nice and warm this morning. Poor little girl.
I know.
Poor Bears.
Now to the bad news.
Yeah.
So that was some good news.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got your bad news. The Chicago Bears lose to the Washington Commanders in the final seconds of a thriller.
Yeah, Justin Fields and the Bears came up empty on 3 drives inside the Washington 10 during a 12-7 loss. Chicago rushed for 238 yards and outgained the Commanders overall, but still, the Bears dropped their 3rd straight game.
Yeah. Monday, I had all the high hopes in the world.
We did.
Sunday, I was like, well, the Commanders are 1-5.
Exactly.
You know, we got this.
Right.
We're at home.
We were
home
favored.
Advantage.
Yeah. Not quite. I really, really hope, because we saw Justin Fields get pretty banged up last night.
We did.
This can't happen, and it can't keep happening. That's a franchise quarterback, and I just wonder if we have the team around him to be successful.
So basically, you're saying it's not necessarily him. We need to protect him.
Yes.
We need to protect him. Yeah, because before I nodded off, I saw about 3 sacks.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, okay,
all right.
Where's the line?
Yeah.
So
we got some work to do.
Got some work
we'll
to
get
do.
to it. Yeah.
Well, they got a week and a half.
Yeah, so they hopefully rest up.
You know, when you have that stage, you've got a prime time stage. You want to show up and show out. So we kind of had high hopes for our Bears.
Hopefully we can do it next go round, Monday night coming up. Real Bears fans wear pink. That was the message from a group of breast cancer survivors and patients who were honored last night at Soldier Field.
Yeah, they took part in a pregame event, which included the group unfurling a large pink ribbon on the field prior to kickoff.
It's a fantastic event to honor them. It's also an event that really brings awareness to being able to diagnose breast cancer early.
The event was organized by Advocate Healthcare. Well, that's good to see.
That is great.
Some good that night.
Live and local news just getting started, streaming out loud this morning. When we come back, the Chicago International Film Festival has been bringing stars here for over 50 years. We'll hear from one man who came up with the lights, cameras, and action in his hometown.
But first, a chilly start to the morning. But what about the weekend? Tracy has your AccuWeather forecast, and a little bit later, it's back, the mullet. Is this just another Halloween horror story, or are mullets now the in thing? We're going to discuss.
Good morning. Well, here we go with a look at some of the temperatures, and we had a lot of clouds overnight, so that kind of prevented us from seeing those temperatures drop too far. But now that we've had some clearing, those temperatures have decided to fall. 32 in Rensselaer, 31 degrees right now, Valparaiso. We get to Little Village where you're at 38 degrees right now, 38 degrees currently in Waukegan, 37 Hoffman Estates, Burr Ridge at 35, Aurora 34, along with Elburn right now, 38 currently in Joliet, Frankfort at 37, 36 in Gary. So it's a cold start to our day. Now, we are seeing some sun this morning, but we are going to get more clouds during the afternoon, and those high temperatures today up into the mid-50s. And we are also going to get some rather windy conditions around the area today, too. Tomorrow, we will have a cold start to the day. Highs tomorrow, mid-50s, though I think we'll see more sunshine tomorrow than what we're going to have in the area today. Sunday does bring a lot more cloud cover and highs into the mid-50s. Roz?
We're looking at 30 to 45-minute average travel times on the inbound expressways, which actually isn't that bad. It is Friday. A lot of folks take that day off, long weekend, or work from home. But on the map, we're also seeing these delays on 355. Stubborn delays, that crash at 143rd still on the shoulder, causing a little bit of a gapers delay. And then we go a little bit farther onto I-80 in the Joliet area. Is a huge delay from really before US 30, from 355 all the way down to Route 53 in that area around the Des Plaines River. They've got to pinch down to one lane through the weekend. Only a couple more weekends of that additional road work to go. But on the tollways, we've got problems, and getting toward it, we have a new crash northbound Route 53 at Lake Cook Road. We've got a crash off the expressways up in the Lindenhurst area. It's Milburn at Old US 45, and Chopper 7 is over the Tri-State up at the north end. This is southbound at Willow. That semi, you got to look at the tire tracks here. It apparently was in the right lane and went off the road. Look at that, and ended up in the ditch, somehow gained control, got back on 294, and then ended up all across lanes of traffic in the left lane against the wall. And unbeknownst to me how they did it, did not have anybody else involved in that crash, guys. It was just crazy.
That is wild.
It looks like the scene out of a movie, Rose.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, thanks for that. The Chicago International Film Festival just kicked off, and it's Michael Kutza who got it all started when he was just 22 years old. His new book is Starstruck: How I Magically Transformed Chicago into Hollywood for More Than 50 Years.
Yeah, the festival founder talks to Jose Sanders about being the leading man in a life in love with movies.
I'm just a kid from the West Side who wanted to make Chicago a bigger, more exciting kind of place. And so I thought I'd bring the world here.
Michael Kutza's lifelong passion is cinema, and he's ever compelled to share it. He created a renowned film festival in his hometown.
Remember, when I did Chicago, there was no Sundance or Toronto or Telluride or Tribeca and all that. This is the only game around. And people wanted to be part of it. I was very lucky that way. I could get the best films, get great reviews. Roger Ebert was brand new, and he believed in the organization. We helped each other. He was a great friend. Now, Gene Siskel I never got along with.
This is my hometown festival, and I've been going to it for 37 years, and I've got a lot of good memories.
So that's really a French magazine, huh?
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
1967, I had a young man named Martin Scorsese. He introduced us to a new film, and Roger saw it and he said, "Oh, wow, that's an important person." Victor Skrymnevsky, the photographer, helped me put together the photographs that made us famous. From the first moment, I knew I could not get people to see my new Hungarian movie or my new Italian movie or French film unless there was a hook. Open big and tempt your audience into seeing the more complicated, more difficult film, and then they get hooked. The book is called Starstruck. I'm not starstruck. I respect these people, and when they come to town, they're just normal folks. It's their agents that are the difficult people that say no. Now, Tom Cruise is a perfect example. He's great to work with because he'll always say yes. Sophia Loren, yes. Being Italian and all, Sophia, we became good friends. We still are, and she was a very special person in my life.
There's already interest in turning the book into a film.
Who's going to play me? I mean, Brad Pitt's busy. He's busy. Leonardo, they're all busy.
Jose Sanders, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Imagine having that idea to do that at 22.
Isn't that great? And then look what it turned into.
Right,
Awesome.
right. Still to come, there's a new Barbie to celebrate Tina Turner. We'll tell you why the doll is being released now.
The power of love. During the most difficult times, we'll share the heartwarming story of an Illinois couple celebrating their wedding 3 years after a rare disease nearly took the bride's life. Next. Tina Turner now has her own Barbie. The company announced a new doll honoring the queen of rock and roll.
And if the outfit looks familiar, it is because the look is inspired by the music video for What's Love Got to Do with It.
Looking good, Tina.
Tina Turner. I know she got those legs for days.
Yeah, right, sure does.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we're going to join our Good Morning America viewers right now. Tanya's going to have a news update on TV.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning at 7:23. I'm Tanya Babich. Chicago police are working with authorities in California to track a serial killer in Stockton. They're looking at possible links to 2 murders here in Rogers Park back in 2018. The suspect has been dubbed the Duck Walk Killer due to his distinct walk. Meanwhile, police in Stockton, California have been investigating 7 recent shootings there. All but one was fatal. The suspect in those shootings was also caught on video walking in a similar manner, and police are trying to determine if the 2 suspects could be the same man. Let's get a check on the ABC7 AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Hi there, Tanya. Good morning, everybody. And we are starting off with a chill in the air for sure. 34 in LaSalle and Aurora, 38 right now, Joliet, 36 Gary, 38 degrees now in Waukegan. Today, those temperatures, well, they go up into the mid to upper 50s, which is below average. We are going to get an increase in that wind speed this afternoon, too. Then this evening, an increase in some rain chances, just a few showers. Tomorrow will be bright, breezy, and brisk. Roz ahead after this.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. And put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to start on the Indiana side of things. Here's a snapshot from the INDOT website State Line, where we've got those eastbound delays, and they go all the way over to Klein because we've got additional construction going on there. So hopefully they'll get that all picked up by Monday. We won't have to deal with it. We've got a new crash inbound on the Ryan at 89th. It's involving a semi. IDOT is heading to it as we speak. Travel times anywhere 40-45 minutes. Northbound Lake Cook at 53. That crash still causing delays. And take a look outside at our tollway camera. They finally cleared everything on 355 northbound at 143rd. Traffic is moving well through all lanes of traffic.
Beautiful start to the day. Chilly start, but nonetheless, take a look at that shot on your TV screen. We're off to a cold, possibly wet, dreary day, but hang in there, it's fall.
Yeah.
A local couple is sharing their incredible love story with us. They were married 3 years after they got engaged in the intensive care unit.
Yeah, so Victoria Coupe of Chicago told her story in a TikTok video. In 2019, she had this rare skin disorder called Stevens-Johnson syndrome. Doctors say it could have killed her.
Wow, she was in the ICU. She was even in a coma. When she woke up, her then boyfriend, Nick Baldo, proposed.
I did not look like myself at all. And for him to actually ask me to marry him means that he's in it for the long run. He's willing to be with me. And he didn't run away, even though he had multiple chances of leaving me.
For better, for worse.
Right.
The couple was married in August. There they are. Look at them. Victoria has recovered from Stevens-Johnson syndrome, but is still living with lupus.
She is now an advocate for people that have to live with both conditions.
Wow, she really went through it, and he was right by her side.
He was right by her side. Yeah, and not just like, you know, a month or two.
Right.
3 years.
The long haul.
Yeah, that says a lot about those two.
All the best to you guys. Congratulations.
Coming up this morning, we're talking about the rising cost of fast food. Long gone are the days of the 99-cent Whoppers. Remember those?
Oh my God, I do. Do you?
Yeah, I do remember.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Not the 59-cent cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Ooh, don't remember that one.
39-cent too some days. Yeah, back in now I'm old.
Yeah. So how much is too much? We'll talk about that on the way.
And who could forget the mullet? Is the hairstyle a fashion faux pas, or is it the do to be rocking these days? We're going to discuss.
And a little later on, going to be chatting with the 100 Black Men of Chicago. The organization is hosting its 20th annual College Scholarship Fair this weekend. More on that on the way. We'll be right back.
You're watching ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7, streaming live now.
Let's get a quick look at some of the stories we'll be watching for you today. Investigators want to know if a suspect in a serial killing spree in Stockton, California might be connected to 2 murders in Rogers Park. He's been dubbed the Duck Walk Killer because of his distinctive walk and upright posture. Police in Stockton, California have contacted Chicago police to see if a possible serial killer on the loose there could be the same man seen here in these surveillance videos from 2018 in Rogers Park.
We're expecting an update any moment on a deadly mass shooting at a nature trail in Raleigh, North Carolina. Police say the suspect is a 15-year-old boy. The shooting left 5 people dead, including an off-duty police officer. Several others were injured.
And a community group has started safety patrols on the CTA. 40 members of the violence prevention group Ex-Cons for Community and Social Change will be stationed at trains and on platforms for the next week. They'll work shifts from 8 at night until 4 in the morning.
A mesmerizing new exhibit on Egypt's most famous ruler debuts today in Chicago. Immersive King Tut opens this morning at Lighthouse Art Space Chicago, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the discovery, the boy king's tomb.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool, too.
Yeah, it does.
All right, hey, good morning, everybody. On the couch, trying to get situated. I'm Terrell Brown.
And I'm Val Warner. Let's take a look outside. We've seen better.
Yeah, right? Yeah. We've seen a whole hell of a lot worse, too. So.
Yeah, and you're right. So let's look at this half glass full. It's 41 and not 14.
Yes, exactly. And we know that day's coming, Tracy.
Oh, yeah, it's 41, it's not 14, it's not 82. You could go any way you want with this, right? Hey, 34 in Morris, 30 in Rensselaer. We do have some cold numbers out there. 31 in Valpo and 38 degrees right now in Waukegan. Today is going to be a day where we get those wind gusts picking up during the afternoon. Highs today headed in the mid to upper 50s. I think overall the clouds are going to dominate our sky today. Tomorrow, though, will bring out more sunshine. Roz?
Well, right now we're looking at 45 to 50-minute travel times, and that means we've got some slow-moving cars on those expressways. And we've got this crash inbound on the Ryan. It's just before 87th involving a semi. We've got a lot of crews responding, and now it's starting to really back things up on both the Bishop Ford and I-57 as you try to merge in at 95th Street. One of many problems we've had throughout the morning. Southbound on the Tri-State, we still have this crash just south of Willow, but they're working to get everything reopened, and we're not seeing a big delay there right now. Val and Terrell, back to you.
All righty, Ross. Thank you. Get on over here so we can chat. Let's get into today's talkers, what you're going to be talking about today. And are we paying too much for fast food?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. So there was a Fox News contributor who says he paid $28, almost $30 for his Taco Bell meal the other day. His meal included a burrito supreme with guacamole, nachos Bel Grande, nacho cheese Doritos tacos, cheesy gordita crunch, and a large soda. $28 including tax.
Well, I mean, that is a lot of food, though.
$28 worth?
But right? That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of food.
Okay, I want to look at the receipt. Okay,
yeah, we got to look at the receipt too. Has fast food become too expensive, or should you just use that money and go to a restaurant? It's going to be expensive there too. What can $28 buy you at other fast food places? We're trying to figure all this out. Combo meals are expensive now. They're also at $8 a piece. Things are just expensive.
Everything.
Straight up.
Everything.
And I was going to say, oh, well, don't eat fast food, go to the grocery store. But, I mean, come on now.
Go to the grocery store. Literally, you guys, I just went. And I went for just a recipe, right?
Yeah.
I was going to make a little Mediterranean dish. The bill was $52.
And what'd you get? And it wasn't
okay, so it was Kalamata olives.
Yeah.
A feta cheese. Spinach.
Yep.
Tomatoes.
Some dressing in there?
Cucumbers. No, I already had that at home.
Oh, okay.
Avocados.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
A water bottle. A little cup of the soup from the
hot food bar.
Just to get me through before I make that. And I think that was about it. It may have been one or two other items, $52.
Jeez.
I'm coming to your house. That sounds good.
It does sound good, right? That's a good meal. It's unbelievable, y'all. I mean, and Roz, have you? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, Roz. I mean, what's going on? Have you had the same thing happen to you?
Okay, so pre-pandemic, we were doing meal kits. Okay.
Okay.
And then pandemic hit, and we're like, ooh, we're getting all our food delivered. It was really nice, right? Yeah. Then as we came out of pandemic, prices went up. Yeah. So, I mean, for me with meal kits, it's still cost efficient.
Mm-hmm. Because are you ordering from a place or you're doing it yourself?
No, we do HelloFresh.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay.
When I say meal kits.
I've never even heard of it. What's a meal kit?
Yeah, I knew what you were
Oh, they prepare.
There's one of you.
Oh, right?
but that being said, you can still do meal kits for one person.
Yeah.
But they send you all the fresh ingredients,
Right.
and they portion it out, and you cook it.
Got it.
but there's no waste because, you know, you're not making a recipe that calls for like, you know, a half an avocado, but you got to buy a whole one.
Right.
You know, what do you do with the rest
The
of it?
convenience factor. But are you paying for the convenience factor too? Like, is there kind of some kind of surcharge, or do you think it's more expensive because they've done all the work for you?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I mean, there is a convenience factor built into it, but I still think had I had to go out and buy all the ingredients and cook all this stuff myself, the cost is going to be just about the same.
It saves you a lot of time.
Right.
It does. It does.
Well, remember we talked about, I think it was on this show, where we did a story once where if you buy the fruit that's already cut up from the grocery store,
yeah.
it's way more expensive than if you just buy the whole watermelon or the whole cantaloupe and cut it up
That's true.
yourself.
Right. It's very true.
So, but
Yeah.
who wants to do that?
No, that's the thing, right?
So-
It doesn't matter. You're gonna pay for it either way. Everything's more expensive. It's crazy. You know, I eat huge meals. Like after this, I have a salad and tacos and
But
for
you do
lunch.
it in the morning, which is great.
Yeah, do it in
Right.
the morning. But even when I go out to eat, like Chipotle, you know, I'm tearing it up. And usually it comes in around $12, $15, and I dropped $25 the other day at Chipotle.
Now, see, I think that's out of the fast food places. I think that's reasonable for what you're getting from Chipotle.
Exactly, right?
And,
Yeah.
And my son, who likes to save money, I have one of each. Love them both. But he's my money conscious kid, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm not cooking, and he's like, "Can we go somewhere?" I'm like, "Okay, cool." He's like, "Well, Chipotle's going to be the least expensive, Ma, because we're going to get the bang
We're going
for
to
our
get,
buck."
exactly.
Yeah.
You are going to get a whole bunch of food.
So we're going to get 2 meals for $24, but we're going to have leftovers too, because none of us can finish it.
You can have another meal later on.
Yeah.
Right. See, it's crazy we got to think about this stuff.
I know. Okay, well, we have to think about this too, because the mullet hairstyle might be coming back. USA Mullet Championships winner.
Oh, my heavens.
To be announced next week in the November issue of Vanity Fair. Singer Lizzo, I gotta see this. Singer Lizzo rocks a mullet. Lil Nas X, we've been seeing him sporting his mullet at the VMAs last year.
There he is.
That looks like the guy from Coming to America. Remember
Yeah, it
the
does.
boyfriend?
Yep.
Doja Cat had a mullet in the 2021 Grammys. Is the mullet a fashion faux pas, or is it going to be reimagined and like making a comeback this time around this season? What do we think?
I think if you got the hair, I mean, because some of these mullets, to me, are beautiful. Like just the head of hair.
I think this is the kid who won.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Or he had curlier hair in the back. Now,
and is that a real mullet? That's not a real mullet. Though,
that
right?
can't be. No, that's got to be a wig, and that's a hot mess.
That is.
Now, how about this? That's a Jerry curl. You remember Jerry curls,
Do remember
right?
Jerry curls. That's your soul glow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying if you got hair like that and you can rock it, and you can grow it out like that, I say rock it.
Well, I think you can.
You look at this?
Yeah, take a look.
Look, what? With a.
Look at the screen.
You
know what?
I like it.
That's actually kind of cute.
It is, isn't it? Right? I can flip that thing back. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it does need some soul glow, doesn't it?
It still gives you're still serving face, but you got a little party in the
There
back.
you go.
I mixed it up earlier. Business in the front,
Party in the back, yeah. Boy, get that thing dripping wet, man.
It's kind of cute.
I think I like it. I would rock that for real.
I think you should do it New Year's Eve.
Ooh. There's an idea.
Nah, you ain't messing up my production with this. Now let's do this. Halloween.
Yeah, why not? Pull that thing back, and you can do different
You
things.
need a
with
red
it,
leather
flip it over.
jacket, too.
That's right. Yeah, and the pants to go with it.
Yeah,
we doing some things.
You need the whole fit. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, everybody.
Good morning to you. Well, we have a chilly morning upon us this morning. I just want to point out to you, you know anyone in Minneapolis? You may want to give them a call, see how much snow they have. Yeah, it has been snowing there this morning. Not here, however. Skies right now, we're going between partly and mostly cloudy skies. It's cold. Valparaiso 31, 32 right now, Rensselaer, 36 currently in Pontiac. Get to Norridge, 39, Oak Park, 38. 36 in Hoffman Estates as well as in Highland Park. Westmont, good morning at 35, 37 currently in Frankfort, and 31 right now in Hebron, Indiana. This afternoon, we're expecting highs mid to upper 50s. It's going to get windy, and this evening there will be a few showers of rain in the area. Tomorrow morning is going to be cold, and at least we'll have some sunshine. Roz?
We start with a Metro delay. We've had a couple of issues. We had freight interference on Milwaukee West, and now we've got positive train control issues. So check before you go. On the expressways, we're averaging about 50 minutes for your inbound commutes. And the Ryan, that's a mess. We had this crash, and here's a snapshot from the IDOT website, where they had all lanes closed, or 4 lanes closed to clear this semi right around 87th. Now they've got it moved off to the side, but the damage is done. You can see it on 57 and the Ford. They're both backed up, merging in. And we did have a crash on the southbound tri-state at Willow. They've got everything off on the shoulder, so that is no longer causing any major delays. Val and Terrell.
All righty, Russ, thank you. After a 2-year hiatus, the 100 Black Men of Chicago is back hosting its 20th annual College Scholarship Fair, and this weekend they'll be supporting African American and Latino students in the Midwest with resources to help further their education.
And here to talk more about the Scholarship Fair are Charles Walton, the Executive Director of the 100 Black Men of Chicago, and Donovan Miller, who has benefited from the organization's mentoring program. Good morning to you both.
Good morning,
Val
and Tara.
Hey, good to see you.
All right, so Charles, we're going to start with you. Tell us a little bit more about the Scholarship Fair. What can people expect when they attend this year?
Wow, we've got over 2,000 people already registered, with scads of people coming on the day of the event. We'll have over 100 colleges and universities that will be in attendance. There are educational seminars to help you learn how to finance your college education, what campus life is all about, any little particulars about what the whole higher education experience is about. You can get some knowledge right there about the whole situation. Come on out and join us.
So important to make that connection face to face and to get that advice and that insight. Hey, Donovan, how you doing, man? How old are you?
I'm doing good. I'm 17 years old.
17 years old. You in school right now?
Yes, I'm a senior at the University of Chicago Lab Schools.
Congratulations. What would you say 100 Black Men of Chicago has done for you?
Well, essentially, it's provided me with a lot of opportunities to connect with successful Black adults in my area, and it's also taught me a lot. It's provided experiences such as the college fair and such as their mock trial sessions or such as their resume writing workshops that have allowed me to essentially develop skills that'll help me as I become a professional later in life.
Yeah, what are you thinking about for school? Where do you want to go, Donovan?
I have a lot of options. I'd say my top choices are University of Southern California, Berkeley, and University of Pennsylvania.
Okay, so you want to go West Coast.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. That USC is a good school, and so is Berkeley.
Yeah, they both are.
Okay, Charles, is there still time for folks who are watching this right now and they want to get out there and take a part in it? Is there still time to register?
There certainly is. They can join us at 100bmc.org and just click on the tab that says College Scholarship Fair. That'll register them.
Okay.
If they hear about it last minute, they can register on site, and it's free.
Where is it? I don't know if we've said where.
It's at the UIC Forum, which is 725 South Halstead, 725 West Roosevelt Road, which is Halstead and Roosevelt Road, and it's from 9 to 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Before we let you guys go, Donovan, real quick, what would you say is the most unique part of this experience, 100 Black Men of Chicago?
I'd say the most unique part is being able to collaborate with both people in my area and adults who all want you to succeed. You can make connections and talk to them in a capacity of a mentor and a mentee because that's what they want and that's the goal of the organization.
And are you a mentor or a mentee or both?
I'm a mentee. The people in high school or people in, I think it goes down to 7th grade. That's when I joined.
Oh, wow.
Are mentees.
Wow.
Nice.
It goes way back. That's
Bring
awesome.
Max out there.
Yeah. Donovan, really great talking to you this morning. Congratulations on all your success and what you're doing right now. Charles Walton, the Executive Director, 100 Black Men of Chicago. Guys, really great talking to you this morning. Have a good one.
Thanks for having us.
All right, take care.
All right, see you tomorrow. Coming up, Halloween is right around the corner. Roz has a look at some of the haunted houses around town in today's Festival Friday report. We'll be right back.
Oh, man, we made it. Friday is finally here, Val.
Yeah, the weekend is here, so let's get a check on Festival Friday with Roz. Hey, Roz.
Hey, you guys, there's so much going on, and a lot of it has to do with Halloween happenings. So let's take a look. Don't be scared. We've got you covered. Deuce's Major League Bar in Wrigleyville has once again been transformed into Nightmare on Clark Street. It's a 3-story haunted house and a Halloween-themed pop-up dining experience. You can check it out through the end of the month. Can you survive a zombie apocalypse? Find out at the Forge with Zombie Laser Tag Weekend. It's through October. They're back at it at the Museum of Illusions. That's actually not too far from the station. They're all decked out with Halloween decor, and in addition, they've got something new. They're hosting Tricks, Treats, and Beats. This is an after-hours Halloween experience, Thursday, the 20th and 27th of October. Tickets include 2 drinks, 21 and older only. The popular Open House Chicago is back. It's Saturday and Sunday. This free event from the Chicago Architecture Center gives you behind-the-scenes access to hundreds of buildings, architecturally, historically, and culturally significant across the city. And new this year, they just added the Thompson Center, so this is a chance to see it before they change it all up once Google takes over. The Chicago International Film Festival is underway with screenings at AMC River East and other cultural institutions throughout the city. You can choose from more than 90 features and 60 short films from around the world. It's through October 23rd. The Chicago History Museum is doing something really cool. They're hosting a special performance that celebrates the 75th anniversary of the Chicago children's puppet show, Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. It's tomorrow afternoon at 3. Now, they're going to have a live broadcast at another location using the form and format of the original show to explore the history of puppetry in Chicago. You can see it at the Chicago History Museum for free. And one of my favorites, the glass pumpkin patch at the Morton Arboretum, opens at 1 this afternoon. And you know what's so cool about that? Like 12:30, 12:45, everybody hovers. And they're looking at their favorite pumpkin because they won't let you touch them and pick them up until 1 o'clock. And then you can purchase them. So you watch everybody hover. 7,000 unique glass pumpkins and other autumn-themed glass works of art are going to be on sale. They'll have glass blowing demonstrations, and it's today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And if you're really good and nice to me, maybe I'll bring one back for you.
And Val, I think think I'm sorry, Roz, I think you brought one back for me maybe a year or two ago, and I still have it. I just put it out the other day.
Aren't they cool?
They are
They're so
gorgeous, and they scream fall. They're awesome. So yeah, if you get another one, I'll take that one too.
I love everything that Roz brings back. When she was doing the apples a couple
brought
weeks
back
ago,
those doggone apples.
bought some. Oh, that's what I had. Sorry, that's what I had on my grocery list. That was also.
Oh, the apples?
Yeah, I bought some Honeycrisp. Not like the ones Roz.
No, I've
brought
got
back.
not fresh off the tree.
Those are so good.
So good.
All right, Roz, thanks for that. Miss Dallas Teen USA 2022 is crowned along with her sidekick. But this isn't just any sidekick. He keeps an eye on her to make sure she is safe. We're going to have that story coming up.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
Before we go, a Texas teen was told that she couldn't compete in pageants because she has epilepsy.
So she entered a local contest, and not only did she compete, she won. Allison Appleby was crowned Miss Dallas Teen 2022, and her service dog, Brady, was crowned Miss Dallas Dog. Appleby had never entered a pageant before, but when someone told her that she couldn't do it, she had to prove them wrong.
A bystander who was just overhearing our conversation said, you can't do that because you have a disability, and pageant girls can't have disabilities.
Oh no.
Why would they say that?
Right.
Anybody in this day and age say that?
Exactly.
Oh, 17-year-old Appleby was diagnosed with epilepsy at 2 years old. Brady assists by alerting her to oncoming seizures. Next up for the duo is a trip to Houston for the Miss Texas Teen pageant in May. Appleby plans to use her platform to inspire others with disabilities, as she should.
As she should. And you know, when you have people that are really good, or in this case, she's beautiful, and you know she's going to win, you try to throw something in the way to knock them off or get them out of the competition. That's what that was. Well-deserved. Congratulations. And I love that the puppy was crowned too.
Right?
The beautiful dog too.
Two beauties.
Yep, exactly.
Thanks for watching Eyewitness News at 7 a.m. here.
Yep.
Tanya Babbage is going to have a news updating coming up in a bit.
Roz Varon, Tracy Butler too. We're going to keep you posted during GMA. We're going to hear from them in just a little bit. From everybody here at ABC 7, have a great day. We'll see you on Monday. Enjoy the weekend, everybody. Take care.
This has been Eyewitness News streaming at 7. Now, an update from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It's 7:56. I'm Tanya Babbage. Right now, a school in East Chicago, Indiana is closed after a teacher was accused of having a kill list of students and fellow staffers. A student at St. Stanislaus School discovered the list and alerted school officials. Police were called hours later and the teacher was arrested. She allegedly said she wanted to choke students and kill herself. We are not reporting the teacher's name because she has not been charged at this time. Students will learn remotely today. We'll check on weather and traffic for you up next.
Good morning. Take a look at the current temperatures. It's a cold morning. Now it's 39 at O'Hare, 42 Midway, 37 in Gary, 38 Joliet. You get a 37 in Waukegan and a 32-degree reading in DeKalb. Today on our way up, but we're going to be shy of average. Average high today is 64. We will probably stop in the mid to upper 50s. Now, the winds are going to be picking up and our rain chances do increase a little bit here this evening. A few showers anticipated. Tomorrow, bright skies. Roz?
Oh, we're still looking at about 40-minute average travel times, but that's not bad. They're actually coming down, so let's hope they continue in that direction. We've got congestion there. We've got a lot of congestion on the Rhine. We had an earlier crash near 87th that is causing a bigger backup on both the Bishop Ford and I-57 merging in, as you can see from the snapshot on the IDOT website. We also have those lengthy delays westbound I-80 from before US 30 down to the Joliet area. It's going to be like that all weekend long until Monday morning.